Hey everybody, what's up? I didn't start with the counting down today, and I'm just gonna start like that. Hey, I appreciate everybody to join. If you're joining me right now, let me know in the comment section where you're watching from, where you're joining me from today. It's a beautiful day, Monday. This is 10th. Yeah, it's 10th. Today is 10th. Yeah, no, it's 13th of February. Oh my God. Hey everybody, do me a favor if you can. I want you guys to share this link. All right, copy this link, share, like this live stream. It's very important. When you like, when we have as many likes as we can, that means a lot of people will get to see this. YouTube and TikTok as well will recommend these videos to as many people as we want to spread the message, and and to talk about what we're going to talk about today. So yeah, please join and like and invite somebody. Okay, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. You're here and you have this opportunity to be here. Copy this link, share on YouTube, share everywhere, and it's gonna be amazing. Marit, it's good to see you. You're the first one to comment here on YouTube. Hi Mika, still same place, Netherlands, but my heart is in Ethiopia. I appreciate that. You should know that your heart is right here, in Africa. Yeah. So let me pray a little quick, and then we're gonna begin, and I'll share with you guys what I have in my heart. God, I thank you for today. Thank you for people who are joining me right now, and for the conversation that we're gonna have today. I pray that you'll be with us here from beginning all the way to the end. In your precious name, I pray. Amen. Amen. Speak up. Hey, greetings from the Gambia, West Africa. Come on, we have Netherlands in the house. We have Gambia in the house. You guys, let me know where you're joining from. Greeting to you, speak out. I think it's the first time for me to see you here today. Gambia in the house is the first time, so appreciate seeing you. Are you Gambian? You're in Gambia right now, but are you Gambian? Because I would really like to connect with someone from Gambia, and possibly to have a conversation about Gambia. I think there's a lot of information we don't know about Gambia. So with all being said, let me share here emails. Hit me up in these emails and I'll check you out. Hit me up and share with me your WhatsApp number, and I'll check you out and we can have a conversation. Yeah. Here, all right, we have Ethiopian in the house. That's the first comment in the day. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, okay. Let me pin this one. There's a comment here. Yeah, that's amazing. We have Ethiopian in the house. Amazing. Yeah. You guys, let me know where you're joining from. If you are in Ethiopia right now, let me know. If you're outside of Africa, in Africa, let me know. I'm Gambian. All right, hit me up in those emails and I'll check you out. Just send to me your WhatsApp number, and I'll starting with plus, and then I'll talk to you. All right, everybody who is joining from everywhere, I wanna say that this is it's a good day. It's a good day in a way. Okay, I have 4 comments here. Before I begin, I just want to shout out to people here. Okay, good evening. We have someone from Zimbabwe here. That's amazing. Zimbabwe in the house. We have Burundi in the house. Man, it's Africa right here. We have Ethiopia in the house. So we have Netherlands. We have Gambia. We have Zimbabwe. We have Burundi. We have Ethiopia. We have Tanzania. That's one Africa. That's what we're fighting for. Let me know. Drop in the comment section the country you're coming from. Diaspora Africa. You have someone, Diaspora Africa. Someone from Gambia again. Oh, someone from Sudan. It's incredible. All right. We have Gambia. We have Sudan. We have, oh my God, Netherlands. We have Ethiopia. We have Burundi. We have, diaspora. We have Zimbabwe. We have Tanzania. Okay. Come on, somebody. Drop down. Let me know where you're watching from. One African, amazing. Ethiopian, amazing. Greetings from USA. I'm from Kenya. One love, Africa. Come on, somebody. All the countries. Today we might have here 54 different countries. Man, let me try again to name all of them. We have Kenya, we have Gambia, we have Netherlands, we have Burundi, we have Zimbabwe, we have Ethiopia, we have Sudan, we have Tanzania. One Africa right there, man. You have everybody. Let me know. Just drop down your country or where you're watching right now from. And there's something very important I'm going to share with you today. And it's important for everybody to be here. So what you can do is copy this link and share with somebody. Share with your friend, share with your neighbor. Here on TikTok, we have only one person share. The good thing about TikTok, you can actually see like how many people are sharing your stream. We have only one person here sharing. We have someone from Mali. We have South Africa. We have friends right there. Oh God. Okay, let me try. I'll be trying to name all the countries that you guys are here. All right. Okay. I see some other countries here. Okay, we have USA, we have France, we have Netherlands, we have Gambia, we have Ethiopia, we have Tanzania, we have Zimbabwe, we have Sudan, we have Kenya, and what else? Yeah, I think I named all the countries. Yes. We have Congo. Come on, Congo in the house. Congo, I'm going to talk about you here today. So invite more Congolese here. Je m'appelle Mika. Comment tu t'appelles? Ça c'est beau de l'ouest de chanter de l'ouawe, grâce sono, de proclamer sa fidélité chaque jour infiniment. You know, if you're coming from Congo, friends, you understand what I'm talking about, right? All right, we have from Ethiopia, Gambela. We have from in Ethiopia, Oromia. We have Burundi again. We have Ethiopia. I want you guys to name your countries, all right? I want to promote countries here, African countries, and then we'll start. From France, but you know, Ethiopian, all right? That's cool. Okay. Family is growing. Family is growing. It's good. Let me continue to shout out your countries here. We have Ethiopia also. A lot of Ethiopians in the house. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. We have Somalia in the house. Come on, man. Let me name again countries here. Somalia, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Kenya, Gambia, Sudan, Mali. What are the African countries there? I mentioned, I think I mentioned all of them that are here. Burundi, Congo, Zimbabwe, Netherlands, France, USA. We have everybody here from everywhere. All right. Okay. Let's see that. You mentioned Ethiopia. Exactly. I just want to mention country. You can start mentioning your regions and all this stuff, but you know, I'll mention countries. All right. We have Chad, man. Chad in the house. Come on, somebody, man. Chad, I wanna get connected with someone from Chad as well. Since you're here, I see Chad, I see Mali. One of our mission in this year, 2 countries you want to go to Congo, and also possibly this February or March, and also want to go to Mali. That has been planned since the beginning of this year. We have someone from Eritrea. Come on, somebody in the house. Man, if you guys don't see this, I'm live in 2 different platforms on YouTube and TikTok, and you have all Africa here. You have Eritrean in the house. Come on, somebody. All right, and thank you for everybody who is sharing. Already 51 people on TikTok already share this live stream. Please continue to share. I have updates. I have great news to share with you guys, and you're not ready for this, all right? You're not ready for this. Keep sharing, keep inviting people, keep liking these streams, keep letting people that we're live. There's only one place right now, people that can join. Only one place, all of us as one Africa, we can gather, and that is here in this space right here. Not any other place. If you're in another place and you don't get to hear what I'm going to share today, it's on you. All right, it's on you. All right. This is amazing. Have you ever discussed about Darfur? You know, we have done. Last year we talked a lot about Mali. We've spoken a lot about Mali last year, and we've spoken about Darfur as well. But you know, definitely this year we want to come there. You know, to really share the stories, because one of the challenges that we have, for example, from DR Congo, Mali, and some other countries, non-English speaking countries, that there's no much information in English. So a lot of Africans, we do not know what is going on. So we want to go there and actually, you know, put sharing the stories and share everything that is happening, you know, filming and just putting it on the map so that everybody can know what is happening. Once we know, then we can actually participate. Like, you know, what has been happening in Ethiopia. We have been, you know, we have been really sharing about what is happening there. And so majority of people, they came aware. You know, even my people here in Tanzania, they really didn't know what was happening in Ethiopia. They just see news and they don't really care how to find out what is really going on, what's going down. But, you know, through this platform, people, they got to know what's really going on, you know, on the ground, and how they can participate as one Africa. Because at the end of the day, guys, we are all Africans. We're one people. One people. Today, I just had this energy, so I was trying really to go to study about things. So for instance, I went back and I studied about Black Panther. A lot of people, when you ask them today, who is Black Panther, they will tell you the movie that just came recently. And I saw a very interesting video. Kanye West has spoken about this before. He said one thing. He said, the history of Black Panther, a lot of people right now, they will never know the history of Black Panther. When you're talking about Black Panther, they'll only think about the movie Black Panther. This movie that the character has been created by a white man, and also movie has been created like that. And today we are celebrating this image of Black Panther, even without knowing that these were actually real people who fought, for the civil rights, people who died, gave their lives away to fight for the rights of our people. So when I saw that, I was like, man, I gotta study. So today I went ahead and I started just to dig down, what is Black Panther? The history of it and how it happened, how it came to pass. And then I realized that Black Panther, it started later on, soon after Malcolm X died. So I went back to Malcolm X's word to study him. Who is Malcolm X? We understand these things that we hear all the time, people they're saying, but if you go and you study, you research, and you read the history of these people, you'll be amazed. So I find out about Malcolm X, and I even realized why his name is X. Do you know why his name is Malcolm X? Somebody, you can comment right now, even without looking anywhere. Comment right now in the comment section. I had no idea. I was like, Malcolm X, but I found out why his name is Malcolm X. Malcolm X. Let me know in the comment section if you know. If you don't know, I'll let you know very soon in just a second. Malcolm X. Why is X? So when I started that, and not only that, when you're studying about Malcolm X, you basically have to start about MLK. You can, if you start about MLK, how to start about Malcolm X, because these are two very important figures, in the history of our brothers and sisters in America, and how they fought for our people to be where they are. So when you look at their objectives and what they fought for, you will understand that all these people, they had the common agenda, but sometimes they couldn't go, hand to hand. They didn't go together to fight for the rights of our people together. Because you always have that, like we have One Africa here, you might have another organization there. There's things we might agree with one another, things we might not agree. So one of the biggest things that they didn't agree is about violence, because MLK, for him, he believed that I'm going to fight for the rights of my people without violence. Malcolm X, he said this. He said, if you fight with me with violence, I'll respond to you with violence as well. If you fight with me non-violence, I respond with you with non-violence. Even today in Africa, we have those two group of people. People who believe that, man, for everything that is happening, you have seen what happened just in Congo recently. 8 people this week have been killed. Last week have been killed. That just in a single day. But since 2010 until today, more than 230 people have been killed, and nobody does anything about it. There are people in Africa who believes that in order to stop this, we need to step out and we need to fight as well. And there are people in Africa also believe that we don't need to use violence. We need to speak, we need to stand, we need to demonstrate, we need to protest, and we need to go there to fight for our people. We use everything we can. And I gotta say this, man, I sympathize with both groups. Because honestly, these people who were killed last week, these 8 people, they were there and tried to stop these guys, and they were killed because of that. So should I just go there and be like this? You slap me, and then I'm like, okay, slap me here as well. Slap here, okay, slap here as well. Slap here, okay. You finish slap, okay, you can kill me now. Am I gonna be like that, or I'm going to fight back? There's a very fine line there with our people. And that's why what we are saying is that you guys, you have to get out of Africa, because the passion that Africans have been having for so long is running out. Is running out. A lot of our people are being killed, and we're running out of patience. We're running out of patience. Our family members, and everybody's been killed. Our neighbors, our friends, and we're running out of patience. So before we reach there, leave. When I'm saying this, I don't mean that we do not have issues. The other day, I saw a video that messed up my psychology. Even right now, when I remember it, my stomach hurts. I can't eat. I cannot do anything. I have seen African killing another African in Congo, like literally Congolese killing another Congolese, because that's the war that is happening there. Africans killing one another. Those are issues that we need to address. But first and foremost, you guys get out of our country yet? Get out of our country. First, do not kill any other individual. Get out. You do not have rights. Get out. First of all, you are here for your work visa. The UN that are there in Congo, they have working visa, working permit. How? Why are you guys giving them visa if they kill you? So their work is to kill people? No, you can't allow that. You cannot allow that. I'm sorry, guys. So we cannot allow that. We cannot allow that. So first, you guys get out of our countries. Second, we need to address what are our issues and what are our problems. I saw the video of African killing another African, Congolese to be specifically, killing another Congolese. And that happens in all over, in Ethiopia, in Somalia, in wherever you go in Africa, you see that. It's evil. It's bad. Why that video messed up my psychology? Because it was crazy. I've never seen such a thing in my entire life. And I don't want to see ever. I don't want to see it. Guys, I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Just 1 second. Yeah, no, thank you guys for waiting. Africans, we must stop killing one another. I think that is what justifies this international organization to kill our people. Because if we are killing each other, then our lives do not really matter. Our lives do not matter. I met with someone today, one of the elders that I respect. He's from Korea. I met him in Korea. I have a relationship with him. And, you know, he had a meeting with me today. And he told me this one thing. He said, Mika, the problem that I see here in Tanzania, he's telling me this. The problem I see here in Tanzania is that Tanzanians, they don't respect each other. And even without a doubt, I told him, yes, it's an issue. It's a problem. Not in Tanzania, in Africa. And he said this, why they don't respect each other. He said, they don't respect time. If we have a meeting, I'm coming there at 3 p.m., they'll come there at 3:30 or 4. You don't respect me. My time is very valuable. I'm very busy, man. I have a lot of things that I do. I'm having this meeting with you so that we may work, we may decide what can we do, what can we this, and then you come late. They don't respect each other. Africans, we do not care about each other. We do not love each other. We are not loyal to one another. We only see each other through the lens of tribes, religions, and countries, and places we grow up with, and families, and classes. And this messed up our psychology. Mess us up inside out. So what we do to ourselves is what sends message out there. Why are you in there at the first place? Because we're killing each other. So they came to keep the peace. But we all know that peace is not there. They're not keeping peace. They're killing our people. But why? Because killing is justified. Because killing is justified in our houses. Killing is justified in our homes. It's okay to kill your neighbor. It's okay to kill your neighbor. I saw that video. It's not by gun. It's not even by knife, but it's by an axe. Axe. Axe, guys, axe. Killing your neighbor like he's not a human being. African to Africa, to another African. Killing is justified in our countries. Killing is justified in our hood. In our hood. Killing is justified. And it's bad. That's why they come from the first place. If we're not killing one another, they don't have a job. Maybe they'll change the title. It's not going to be UN peacekeepers, but it's going to be something else, because they always come, no matter what. But we have and we must stop killing one another. We must stop. We must condemn. We must speak about it. Before pointing fingers to anyone, we must talk about how we're killing each other and why. And we must stop as soon as possible. We must stop right now. Like as I'm saying right now, we must stop. You know, maybe those people who are, one of the ways that really hurts us today is social media. Is the hatred that is on in the social media. Is what you post, what you talk about your neighbor, what you talk about your brother, what you're talking about another tribe. This is messing us up. What you're talking about another religion. That is what is destabilizing Nigeria. Tribes, tribalism, that's what destabilized Ethiopia and Congo. Somebody saying here, human life is worthless in Africa, especially for the poor. And it's a sad statement. Gonda Sanja, I understand and I agree with you. And it's sad. It's sad that human life in Africa is worthless. That we are running, people, they're running out of their own countries because of killings. They're finding a better life. Our people who are dying in the Mediterranean Sea, you know why? Our people, some of them, they were killed in Morocco this year because they were running away. You know why? Because they're finding a better life. They're finding a better life. They're fighting a better life. You know, when I started this movement, I wrote down my vision for Africa, and I want to share with you guys. I want to share this one line, what I envision about Africa. I envision Africa where no one will be scared to show their ethnicity, religion, or belief. I envision Africa where no one will be scared to show their ethnicity, their countries, their nationality, their religion, or belief. I envision Africa where everyone can travel freely without being scared of their safety. I envision Africa where everyone is respected for just being a human, where love and peace are a reason for being. Giving is cherished, sacrifice and service for the benefit of others are honored. I envision Africa where integrity, honesty, and hard work are the core motivation for all people, especially those who lead us. I envision result-based leadership for my people. I wrote that. Why? We must start caring about our lives. We must start protecting one another before we demand respect from others. It hurt me today that this man, He's telling me that Tanzanians, they don't respect each other. It hurt me that we don't respect each other. Africans, we do not. Life in Africa is worthless. So let me go back to, I asked you guys about Malcolm X, why his name is X. You know, his last name is Little, Malcolm Little. And he changed his name because that name was given by the colonizers. Usually, you know, in America, a lot of our brothers and sisters, their last names, they were given to them, they were changed actually and given to them based on their honor. So you see, like today you have Will Smith. Smith, that is not really his last name, but that is like, that's what they were doing, their ancestors back in the days, and so many other names. So for him, he changed to X because he did not know his last name. That X stands for his heritage that he do not know. You know, in the mathematics, you always have X if there's an unknown problem that you need to figure out. So Malcolm X, his last name is X because it's a known tribal language, tribal name that he never knew. His name was changed. That's why it's that. And so when I was reading about him and seeing his movement until the time when he was killed, and look at this, look at this. There's high possibility. When I was reading, I didn't really research like who really killed, but there's what I saw is that there's a high possibility people who killed him, they're people who they were in the organization with him before, because he was in one organization where he was actually, he decided to leave because he got really bigger, even more than, you know, the previous leaders that were there. So he decided to leave and to start something else. He went to Mecca, you know, and that's where he got this enlightenment and transformation. And then when he came back with his own new organization. And people who killed him, it's, according to what I read, that it's even among those people that he was working with in the previous organization. When you see our ancestors, and when you see, even in Africa, when you see Sankara, you know who killed him. You know who are selling our leaders out. We are selling each other. If we are loyal to one another, how are they going to take us down? Today they're coming, they say, I want to take this guy out. This guy talks too much, this and this. And then there will be another brother, African brother, who will release my address where I live, who will speak where I am at, who will literally call me and ask me, where are you? And come there. Or who will literally put poison in my food so that I may eat and die. They're not going to come and put poison on me. No. We're putting to one another. We're killing one another. And that has to stop. That has to stop. If we want, I'm giving you solutions, guys. If we want, you want to stop killing our people, we must stop killing each other. We must stop killing each other. If killing is justified in Africa, we cannot stand and tell them, you guys are killing our people while we are killing each other. Yes, it's hard to say right now. I have to say it. But we must stop. So today I came here, not just talk about that, but I came here to share with you guys news that it seems to be good. Seems to be good. So this news came out on 10th. And I want to remind you guys, on 9th of February, we released a special video here in Swahili Nation 1 Africa. A special video about the killing that UN did to our people. And we demanded, in that video, I've spoken about AU and I've spoken about EAC. My address, it was to them because you guys are African Union, you guys are East African community. What are you guys going to do? That was 9th of February. Guess what? The next day, not too long, the next day, 10th of February, EAC released the statement. And I'm going to read for you what it says. So EAC Army chiefs order full troops deployed to DRC. The next day, the chiefs army decided that EAC Army, they're going to deploy all the troops they're going to deploy to DRC. EAC, guys, we have East African Community Army that actually they are working. And right now, as we say, they were ordered to move and to go to DR Congo. That the next day after we release our statement. Look at this. Defense chief from the East African Community, member states have directed the immediate deployment of troops from countries yet to join the regional force in Goma, Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The military bosses who met in Nairobi this week in the presence of EAC Secretariat, followed by the blockheads of states directive last week to have force on the ground, but based on the timeline agreed on by the security chief. In addition, they agreed to deploy troops to areas earmarked for M23, phased, withdraw, and the protection of civilians in areas vacated by the rebels. I will stop right there. I'm not going to read all of it. So this is a positive news. It is a positive news. Someone says it's a long way to go. Yes, this is not something that is going to happen, but it's a positive news. And what I love about this is that, guys, why we did not do that from the very start? Why we do not have AU Army troops? Because we could send EAC troops and we could send AU troops, all of them to, man, if we send them to these areas, man, we're going to wash these guys out. We have to. Because these guys keep killing our people. And we cannot let that happen. And what are we doing about it? We have EAC Army, and it's there protecting the place. It is the right move. And for me, I gotta say this, guys, what we're doing in here, it matters. When we stand and we speak, they're listening. Trust me, they're listening. You might see 100 people watch that video. I tell you today, only 300 and something people watched, but they're listening. It's up. They're listening. Because when you see the normal civilians stand up and talk, it's up. And they're listening. So we spoke on 9th of February. The next day, the order came that let's go there. Africa solutions to Africa problem. Speak up. Exactly. 100%. So this is the positive. Is a positive news. But what is more important that we need to see? What is more important that we have to see? We have to see consistent, and also we have to stabilize that country. We cannot stabilize when UN troops are still there. They're destabilizing it. Because when you kill our people, you actually you start this rage amongst people. People, they begin to protest against you. And when they do that, it's like the focus changes. The focus changes from M23, it goes all the way to UN. And when it changes, these guys hit and keep killing our people. So we must have our focus. If we want to solve these issues, we must choose our priority. And our priority is to get these guys out, M23. But how can we do that if we have other people who are still destabilizing? No, you guys need to leave. Leave our issues. We're going to deal with them. So I hope that is the agreement EAC can make it. Sending troops, oh, that's cool. Kudos. But man, we have to make bold moves, all right? We have to make bold moves. And bold moves is that you guys cannot work if you guys are in this country. Get out of here. We'll take care of our people. I'm telling you, when these guys leave, things are not going to get worse. Things actually will get better because less people will die. Do you understand that? Less people will die. As long as they're there, more people will die. More people will die. Kagoma, let me tell you this. Even if EAC, they go there and they do the same thing, let them do. At least it will be them, our people. But I hate seeing somebody else killing our people. I hate saying that. They're going there to fight M23. That's what they do. So let's see what's going to happen. This is what I was saying, Kagoma, that we Africans, we don't respect each other. We're not loyal to one another. When we say Africa for Africans, we must start supporting our own stuff. EAC, they're going there to fight these guys. You know, these guys who are going to fight there, these guys, they have family, they have their children, and some of them are going to die. Maybe a lot of them are going to die. So put some respect on them, first of all. We must start respecting each other. This is the reason why they're calling UN, because we think that our troops, our people, they cannot do anything. No. When they make moves like this, we need to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge it. We cannot just all the time be like, this is bad, that is bad. Yes, there's bad things happening, we address them, but when they do some good, we must acknowledge it. We must acknowledge it. And give them the chance. They are going there, we'll get the report, we'll see what is happening. And then we can talk again. It's simple. That, oh, you guys, you're useless, you didn't do anything. But when you talk like that, you have to know that their fathers died. They have their wives, they have their children back home. They left, they went to fight for other people, and they died. It's very important to respect each other, to promote one another, to celebrate one another, especially when we're doing right. So I had to come here, guys, to share with you these updates, because for me, this is the good news. All the time what we say, we always just ask these guys that, please do your job, do your damn job, please go do your job, do your job. And this is it. When you see the statement like this, that EAC, and then by the way, EAC troops, it was not created a long time ago, it's just recent. So it's a bold move, and it's a good move that you can have something like that, something that you never find in Africa, but you see that, and actually something is happening. So my call to everybody who is watching this video is that we must put faith in each other. When we say Africa for Africans, we must create environment of us to work for one another, respect one another, care for one another, pushing one another. Let's push each other up. Let's do that. It's very important. Let's celebrate one another. Because if we don't, then we'll keep crying forever. It's true that Africa, we have a lot of issues, we have a lot of problems, and since I got here, I've always been talking about them. But we'll get through that. We'll get through it. And the time is now. Not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow. The time is now, and we get through it. So keep heart. Keep your head up, and know that the bright days is just around the corner. It's ahead of us. So I appreciate guys for sticking by. I had to come here to share with you guys a little report, really good reports that just came about, and just share with you that we are in the right direction. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Our vision and our mission has always been to bring our people together, and that's very important, guys. Let's come together and let's fight this bastard. Yeah. All right, guys. So I appreciate. All right. You guys here on YouTube, I'll stop here. I appreciate. I'll see you guys later, and then I'll wrap up on TikTok as well. I'll bring you in a moment, brother. Oh, in the matter of fact, let me bring you in and let me hear you out. Because you're here, you're alone. Let me hear you out. Hey, Daniel Manyika, how are you, man?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, my brother, what's up, man? You good?
I'm good.
Where are you right now?
Yeah. I'm in London.
Okay.
But I'm from Malawi, half Zimbabwe, we have Malawian.
Come on, man.
But obviously the goal, the goal is to go back home.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the belly of the beast, so I understand them inside out. But then you guys understand them from outside.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm a designer, so I design cars, all sorts of things that I'm planning to bring there.
Really?
But like I said, I've seen how they do our inventors back home as well. So I've just been keeping my eye around. So one question I had, because obviously I keep my eye on the politics, and at the same time as well, I had to collect my spiritual ancestor game on the side as well to combine both things. So talking about Congo, I know Kagame, he's got this respectable move that he does to tell that he can pull some things, but at the same time as well, we all have mixed feelings because we just don't know who he's really siding with. I mean, all presidents do give that good speech, but we never know what's going on behind.
Yeah.
So when I was listening to Rutendo, I don't know if you know Rutendo. So he's from Zimbabwe, but the way he understood the industry game, like from all the way from the Rothschilds, how they created this spider web that literally pulls us down, that I can tell that any average person cannot break it down because you don't know where it suffers from.
Yeah.
And obviously this is a systemic thing that they created. So he broke down this part of the, like, because he's a good speaker and he's anti-sanction for Africa basically.
Yeah.
So he was telling someone on one of the talks, he was saying that he received a call that was from Zimbabwe, big guys from the top, telling him that, yo, you need to kind of turn it down about the Kagame thing because he might be one of the people that can do some sort of changes, because we are stuck up on a place where we either stick to one person who can be able to change those changes, or we're going to split ourselves in pieces again, and then it's going to be the whole conflict thing again. So it's like, it's very complicated, but I just wanted to ask you, like, how do you feel? Because I know you've been talking about Congo a lot. How do you feel about him? Because I got my friends here who are activists as well, but they really hate that Kagame.
Yeah, you know, it's a very, as you said, you know, it's a very difficult issue, and for me, honestly, I don't really talk about it because I do not know. I hear it, I hear people talking, I hear people saying this and that, but me personally, I do not know it, and so I'm being very careful to talk about it. Because I know one of the ways that they have been using for so long is to turn us against each other, to turn Africans against each other. And I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of Congolese friends. All of them, they say the same thing. And none of them, even when I made this a video of the, UN and everything, none of them, like when they're talking to me, none of them, they're mentioning about these issues that are happening with the UN. So for me, I decided to take a different route. First of all, to address about this, because I've been seeing this happening since 1999, and it's still happening today. And it's like, it's unacceptable to happen the way it happens. And the issue with Kagame, honestly, for me, I do not know about it. And since I do not know, I can't talk about it. People who are talking about it as well, it seems like they speculate. They talk about that. The issue in Africa all the time, there have been conflict between one country and another. All this stuff has been there for so long. But for me, I do not know about it. And I don't have evidence about it. So I can't talk about it, because when I talk about it, I have people from everywhere, the matter of the fact. So my message is very simple. When I talk about Africa and when I talk about this situation, I say, hey, Congolese, Rwandese, we are all Africans. We must be one, because my message is one Africa. We must be one, because it's the only way that we can expose whatever evil that is happening. If people come together, people, they love each other, people, they cooperate one another. We're talking about Congo and what is happening in Congo. I want to see Rwandese, talking about Congo as well. I want to see them condemn what is happening in Congo, because they are our fellow brothers and sisters. It happened a long time ago, genocide in Rwanda. So they understand how it feels. They know how it feels. So they must talk about what is happening in Congo. They must care, because they're fellow Africans. So if that happens, then you see the message you are sending. But I'm really trying to be careful to address this, because otherwise I'll create more division among our people, which we do not need. So at the same time, I want to be able to bring our people together. So I have people even in a platform who they talk about it and they speak, and I've seen a lot of them. I watch even the videos of people who are talking about it, watching, and because I'm trying to educate myself of everything that is out there, before I step out and speak about something, so that when I speak, I actually have, facts, I have evidence, I can talk about it to see about change for the purpose of bringing that change, and not really, bringing more division and chaos in the situation, in the field. Yeah, I don't know if I answer your question.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And also because it's the whole to do with the whole history thing as well, like there are tribes that hit another tribe. Like for instance, just to give an example, right? Like Nigeria, it's got 2 different tribes. But me looking from the outside and me understanding it, I noticed like you're forcing 2 different tribes who love each other dearly, but they have their own belief approaches of how they want to live their lifestyles. Exactly. So if you're squashing them in one, of course the conflict is going to be there. So that's why I'm saying that seeing, Kagame making the way down there, putting his hand, there's something that we got to question at the same time, but at the same time as well, like I understand the whole unity, because Rwanda is still cool. It's fine. It's nice. He responded the whole idea of the immigration thing here in Britain. He seemed to be active around it, but it's just like, I mean, like I said again, we will have our own activists who will get involved with the other side just to save us. I know that for sure. I'm fully aware of that for sure. Nelson has been through it. Even if you have to go to spiritual angles of Baba Credo, like he comes from Christianity, but today he's one of the greatest ancestors that we know. So I understand that there's that part there. But it's just, Congo is just that it's getting heated the most, because we understand that it's the resources and whatnot. So me as a youngster coming from this side, coming there, like I have to come with inventions and those things. So it's like, do I speak to the presidents? But for me, I know my Pan-African crew already. But it's like when you come there, because who do I talk to? So I need to know all the layers. How it's gonna move resources. Because I know Uganda, they're making cars already. We're already planning to do some of it. But there's still so many things. But just like these are the people who are interacting with our enemy in some sort of way or degree. Why are they not just talking about it? So I understand that their families could be in danger. They could have something pointing at them. So I'm fully aware of that. But it's just like sometimes as you should be willing to die for your people, regardless.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, there's nothing we can do. We can't keep entertaining them, because there's so much bloodshed that has been shedded already. Even in UK alone, we have our own youngsters who stab each other for no reason, like psychologically gone. So it's just like we gotta choose one. We gotta choose a side. So it's progress, but I'm glad even the stuff that you said, that you gave them credit for them to end up deploying the soldiers down there. It's important, and I mean I can see the presidents listening to our conversations and changing things. But obviously they have to do it in their own situation based on the situation. So I understand.
You know what you said, it's I was having one conversation I think a couple weeks ago. The video is on our YouTube. It's a podcast called Think Big for Africa podcast. The host is brother Ekene from Nigeria. He's living in the UK. And so when we were talking about this unity thing, he said something that I totally agree with him. He said that in order for Africa to be united, because the unity or the one Africa we're talking about, it's not like ignoring all the differences we have, right? He said, in order for Africa to be united, first and foremost, we must understand our uniqueness. We must understand that we are a multicultural society. We must understand that we have more than 3,000 languages in Africa. And those are also tribes, different religions, different tribes, different people. We must understand that.
They're nations, they're not even tribes.
Nations.
But they made us small anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. So once we understand that, we embrace that, then it will be easy for us to embrace unity. Because when I look at you, I say, hey, my brother, you are from Malawi, Zimbabwe, understand? You might not speak the language I speak, right? You might not even eat the food I eat. And I love you because you are Africa. I'm an African. I love you, man. I'll come to Malawi. You come to Tanzania. You feel like you're home because I'm African. I'll come there. I'll feel like home because people, they'll embrace me the way I am. But the thing that is causing chaos in Africa is that sometimes we do not even know that you could come to Tanzania and have a culture shock. Like, be surprised. You guys are doing this. You're African, but you might have that in Tanzania or in any country in Africa. So when that happens, we have to understand that, oh, we grew up in a different environment, different families, we have different norms and traditions. We have things we share in common, but also we have a lot of things that we don't share in common. Understanding that is one step towards that unity. Understand that, okay, in Africa, they're not just Christians, they're not only Muslim, they're all religions. Understanding that, I'll go to Egypt today, or I'll go to Tunisia, and I'll be like,
that's another big thing, but that is really another big thing. Like, so like for me, the way I see it, right? We have the materialistic world, which is obviously that we need the resources, we need our homes. Basically, like what I know, for anybody to survive on this planet, you need clothing, I don't know, a house, you need your food, water, it adds on, right?
Yeah.
Based on your lifestyle. So on the other side, you got this ancestor thing that we used to do back in the day, which I think is the most valuable thing. And that's the only thing I think people as an African, you will understand what the hell is going on. It's a spiritual war.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a spiritual war. I understand the material world. I fully understand that. But if we don't really understand the difference between the angle of approach of these religions, because you gotta remember, if I have to program my child to believe in another entity, they're already lost. But for people, I know it's gonna take time for people to accept that stuff, but that plays a big, big, big role. If I have to be honest, any melanated person, your kryptonite is the material world that you're surrounded.
Yeah.
Most people of our ancestors, they spend time preparing for them for the ascending.
Yeah.
They just plan how to live for the youngsters, for them to survive. Whether, because everything was in structure. If that goes back in that structure, Africa will empower. And I'm not saying that the whole Africa is going to come as in collective. It's going to be little groups. Again, we're branded. And then those are going to be the healers to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the religion side is a big deal. So if I have to be honest, anyone who's really down to earth on improving Africa, don't tap on religion game. Just my honest opinion. You know, Allah is all I can tell people is that English is a spell. That's what you need to understand. If you name the word Allah, arm, leg, head, it's a concept about your body. When they tell you the same about God, if you reverse the word God, it spells dog. This is the disrespect that comes from these people. Because they know that a black man one day will wake up and realize that you're deeper than this earth, you're deeper than so many things. So when you're trying to interpret things around you, you will be casting spells. This is why sometimes, I personally, when I'm here, I'm as if I want to say things with intention. I want to say things if I know I'm going to empower my people.
Yeah.
But like I said again, there's so many levels of people who have to control certain things. So whether our leaders are gonna push English conversations in our education systems, that's gonna go down the hill. Because if they're forcing you to speak their lingo, literally that's how they dilute you. So all of us should be encouraged to speak Congolese, speak Swahili, speak Chichewa. Because when we speak about our references of what the name of God is, it sounds similar. Wari, Mulungu, however you want to say it. But it's in our circle. If you protect that alphabet loop, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
We can make up our own working strategy of times. All these things are powerful spells. Time. They tell us what time to wake up here. They tell us what time to sleep. They tell us when to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. You're still in a prison.
Yeah.
If they just took the chains off, if they're making me pay for a rent But back in the day, when I was a slave, they used to give me the house, they gave me the beverages, they gave me entertainment, they used to read the Bible on me. But now I'm free that I can walk around, but there's something that they're still holding on. So you need to understand that part as well. That's why I'm saying that the involvement of especially Pan-African with the Gov should kind of be a little good distance so that when they make enemies, you should be able to exit yourself and protect yourself. Other than marry the presidential game, how they're moving. Like, for instance, Ghana. I'm proud that people are going in and out, but it's a melting pot. It's going to be like the South Africa, how it was. That's what it was. That's what the whole game is. Zimbabwe, Mugabe did his best. He made sure that the farmer, it was a deal. He was like, you guys can stay, you guys can have one farm at a time, don't have more than one. And he was doing that, but they were trying to play him around. So he was like, no, I'm not having that. These same people, they came from South Africa. They didn't come from far any further. So just remember, when they're coming in with missionary versions, talking about charity, talking about the UN, they are coming to just take the yard. That's what they're doing. We don't come here and tell them, and we can't even have a space. Chinese people got a place called Chinatown. Indians got their own space. This, we don't have nothing, you know? So Africa, yes, when you see them, tell them to get out. Don't hesitate. Villagers want them too. When they see them having a tour, we see the TikToks on here. They're going in those indigenous spaces, asking them, what does a woman, what do you mean? What's a woman to you guys? Like, yo, they're messing up so many things. So, and on top of that, because we come from that good side, we are repeating the same cycle that our ancestors did. They looked after them. They taught them things. And then turn your back on us and did that. So again, when I see the youngsters, I tell them, it is you. In that previous life, it was you. You're still yourself. Now I'm talking to you again, like, yo, this is what's happening. You polluted the air. You're killing the animals. They're eating zebras in South Africa or all these other places. You have renamed our ritual spaces in your names because it's a spell again.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your position right now? They'll tell you, oh, no, it's all about you bringing racism. No, it's just a systemic thing. And it's not only in these spaces. It's global. When you talk about Rothschild, X, Y, B, Z, you got to look at the companies that were making steel in Zimbabwe. You got to look at the shop rights that you got down there. You got to look at the whole makeup thing that women are buying, spending money on the other side instead of us developing what we should do. The clothing things. I would prefer to make this back home, glasses back home. I'd rather do that. But when we speak about it here, we got that spiral wall down there. It's a shamble. So, but back home, when you see them, don't hesitate. Tell them, this is my space, because that's the only thing that we need, literally, space. That's why I respect anybody on the ground back home. This is why there's bloodshed, because you're protecting the land. Down here, we can't own nothing, not even a land. America, look at them. Look at them. London, yeah, this place was run by a black man. But are we out here shouting? No, we just want peace. Even the worst trick they got is through your musicians. When they wanna, they give them opportunities. They will say, "Oh, yo, I'm gonna give you Adidas, Nikes. I'm gonna give you a space for you to talk about your black issues." And these people go. I'm like, yo, that's a spy that can hear your conversation.
Yeah.
Tell people sometimes you're not allowed on my space.
Yeah.
The rest of the spaces we can tumble, we can collaborate. Even when I want to protect my designs, like the car designs that do the footwear, I actually got a footwear brand and I work with some celebrities in the UK, which is fine. But I got to start them psychologically. Like, do they really care about my people? Do they really care about the culture? So I had to understand all these things, that this is what it got me to understand the politic, understand how even these guys are plotting the genocide through the food, through the medics, all this other stuff. You know, so it's very crazy to just be, don't entertain them. That's all I can say. Don't. When it comes to the mama land, don't entertain them at all. Don't even bother partaking in anything that they're doing. You need to find ways to rebuke it. Rebuke it. If you don't buy clothes on that side. You guys don't get sick unless someone allows you to put something in your body. Your body heals itself. You got the best herbs. The stuff we get here called penicillin, it seals your pain. It just seals your pain, it doesn't cure you. So all that stuff, they will tell you, oh, we're coming up with a new toothpaste. That stick, the stick that we chew back home, cleans better than the toothpaste. That's chloride. The stuff that comes from fertilizer, the same fertilizer that's ruining the soils back home. And then you see, I don't want to mention this clown's name, but you know him. He came in Kenya recently to do his thing, saying, how can you tell the people who taught you how to grow fruits and vegetables? How can you come back and tell them what to do? You do your Microsoft stuff there. Go do that. When you talk about depopulating, like just people listen. When someone tells you depopulating, you think he's gonna depopulate his own people?
No.
It's gonna be someone who's not like him.
You are the first.
So who else is there? And the most people. Thank you. That's it. Down here, when women are giving birth, they're dying. Like for what? And you don't understand what. And they're telling you in front of you, melanin is used in technology. Why don't you get that? You know? Yeah. So yeah, it's so many things that psychologically, the reason why they took your artifacts, because they knew that we only understand, especially we understand through objects and arts. When I create an object, if my people chant through it, that's our channel of energy. It holds the energy. So when they took those things away from us, that energy got messed up. Now we're like, oh, I don't have any roots to tag around. So now when they're releasing those little leftover artifacts, it's because the energy in there, it doesn't work anymore. They still got the stuff. Yeah. And someone to understand the level of psychopath of someone who touches everything and destroy it, and you allow them to partake and visit your space, don't do that. Don't do that. So this is why the disappointment comes on the presidents to say that, yo, why are you guys still entertaining them? Why are you guys flying all the way abroad to go have conversations about it? Tell them to come on my own turf. That's them telling you literally, I'll give you lashes if you don't come to my side. It's just crazy. Here, down here, many women are dropping off their women from schools because we have seen that they don't bother teaching us about Black history. They only tell us to celebrate Black history for 1 month. No, I live that stuff. Yeah. I'm still in pain.
Every single day, yeah.
You know? So it's like, again, when we're here, we partake in those rituals like Christmas, New Year's Eve. We don't even know what that does. It's a ritual. So you got to understand, whoever brings a brand in Africa, it's a family ritual. If my brothers create a brand and I rep your brand, that means I'm empowering you. That's simple. It's a ritual. It's a spiritual land. Whatever. Don't take off the idea of spiritual and the material. They'll work together. Your imagination, you bring that word out to exist in this realm, but we chant energy into those objects, and those objects protect the energy. If someone buys it, that's why most of them, Europeans, will come and buy your brands, because there's energy in that stuff. Yeah. They know your people are going to gravitate to your stuff. They tell us to buy Jordans because there's a Black man face on there. Now they got clever. When they create movies like Avatar, what they do is that they just change the color. But it's your story. The Black Panther situation, it's a true story about a diaspora war. It's a brother and a brother fighting, and now they literally showed you. I'm not saying that I'm not proud of our queens being ahead of the forefront and everything, but don't get it fooled. It's a man and a woman. I contend in me as a man. I do have my masculine and my feminine energy in me, but I know that I got to teach my kids the masculine side, because that's where I'm a hunter who go outside and hunt and bring the stuff to the house. The woman plays literally equal as me. She processes like, baby, that business that you're working there, I don't like the energy of that person because of X, Y, Z. So we give each other space to operate well. But because the kid is in school, your mama is at work, the dad is probably going to end up in prison because he had to find some. It's all strategically planned. All of it. So when we're creating products, when you're naming your products, don't name them in English. Don't do that. Name them in your tongue language, because that's what holds the power. If you name them John Wick, this is the same thing that you're saying about the Malcolm X thing, right?
Yeah.
Even my grandma had to hide my middle name between the names. Daniel, Nyasha, Zashe, Manyika. It's you know, Manyika was literally a land in Zimbabwe.
Manyika,
and I didn't know that
this is how these
guys, this is how these guys trace you out. Because when we come here, you got national insurance number, you got your obviously birth certificate. Those are tracking system. I'm listed on stock exchange. That's how sick. That's how wicked. Africans don't do that. Why would you brand a human being like you're branding a cow and a dog? Even the way they treat the dogs and the cows, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So again, the word God, reverse it, it says dog. So for me, as a translation, I just say it just means generator. The stomach is the operator, and the backside is the destroyer. That's how you should describe the word God. But stick to your tongue meaning of what the Most High is, whether it's Mulungu, Mwari, stick to that. When you call these names, call them in your languages, or else you don't know who the rascal you're calling. Trust me.
You say
you don't.
You say Mulungu.
Yeah, Mulungu.
Yeah,
Mulungu is God in Malawi. But obviously, I know they did try to say Mzungu, but again,
here,
they played it around.
In Swahili, we say Mungu. We say Mungu in Swahili.
Yeah, because I'm close to you.
Very similar.
The Tanzanian friends and all that stuff.
It's very similar, yeah.
So luckily I came from Africa, came here, so I got that both experience to understand it. But years to come, things are gonna get hairy because there's things getting down there, whatnot. So they need a safe place to the AI. The AI, that's their baby. That is not our stuff. So you guys need to know the balance between nature and that. Either use the nature or the AI to protect nature, however you want to figure it out. Because things are going to get very heavy.
Yeah.
So them nuclears, they're not for them to shoot on each other. They know what's going to happen. The Bantu kids, when they get up, which they already are, they did try to do the pokey, which hasn't worked so far. But things will get hairy. So whoever hasn't connected to the ancestor game, you will get, it will be frightening for you. But just embrace yourself, find the people who can guide you to certain roots so that you can stick to the roots. Just anchor yourself to the culture. That's what I can say.
Wow.
Do your best to do that.
Wow.
So
you dropped a lot of bombs here. And that's why I was just quiet to listen, As you learn when you listen to one another. Sometimes you might not even agree, but it's okay. You can agree to disagree, but we must give each other time to listen one another and to process, things to kind of like understand how you think and how you share that. It's really important. I would love to have more conversation with you. So I'll say this, obviously, later on, and just to have private talk as well, because there's a lot of things I think we could share for the sake of this motherland, what I'm saying, and discuss. So I'll give you my my email, and then if you're using WhatsApp, then you can hit me up with your WhatsApp number, and then I'll check you out as well.
Or you can just message me in the DM, your email.
Right here. Okay, done. All right. Let me write here. Let me write here. Daniel Manyika. All right, I got you. I got you. All right. I'll message you. And as well, you as well can message me your number. Then there's no need to use email. Just message me your number. Your WhatsApp number.
I'll do that. Yeah. It's just like for me, like because I was isolated.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand what was going on, because I understood what was going on bit by bit, but I just didn't know that it was that deep. And I started following, obviously, the Pan-African pages like Mama Susan.
Yeah.
Tata, like Pan-African Daily TV.
Yeah.
And also like the Americans, because they have understood the game way, 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 way beyond. Like I said again, we're in the belly. You guys are seeing from the exterior. So they're already dying. I can tell you that. It's already dying down here already. But outside there, they'll try to portray that power again. So don't get it twisted. Obviously, you got the, I don't want to mention them, the JEW people. Yeah. Then you got the United Kingdom. Then you got the America. The America is already fumbled up. Obviously, they got like little cousins like Canada and all these other places. So you gotta look them. You need to make sure that you understand their crew. I mean, we all know that it's NATO, China, Russia, and it's like their little circle. So you can see South Africa joining the, is it BRICS? How they call it? BRICS, as in Brazil, Russia, China, exactly. So when you understand their movements, again, some people are backing up on Russia, said that Rush is the best person because he's providing free equipment. I mean, he may have his own agendas. You just need to pay attention who invaded the ancestors in the first place and destroyed it. That's all you got to keep that line. So next time when they come to you, question them. Why do you want all my space? Do you want the interaction of my people? Do you want the resources? Do you want this? Do you want that? Okay, this is the barrier. My lawyers are these list of black women. My is that side. If we sign any deals, this is how many lawyers you're gonna sign up with those deals, whether it's inventions or whatever. Like for instance, myself, I wanna make sure that every Pan-African family has signed my invention. So anybody when that idea, let's say I get gone out, you guys can still run that stuff. You guys can still claim that it's your stuff. So for instance, like adopt a village, drop that innovation within them, how to create a school or, like really interesting things that can help. That way to fed them the education that they haven't received from the outside. Because they do need the updates. But then they're being caught up on the TikToks because now these foreigners are entering the villages, filming them, asking them random questions. So, so there. So just keep an eye on it. Yeah. They're not all good.
Brother,
that's their key.
Me and you will have a lot of conversations. So I love this. We have a lot to talk about, and I appreciate for coming here and enlightening us with that. It means a lot. And we're gonna plan a lot of stuff like this in the near future. So it'll be incredible to just shed some light, to the people and to hear. Yeah.
All right, I'll let you be. I gotta run to the store as well.
Yeah, Manyika, send me that number. Manyika. I'll call you Manyika. Send me that number.
All right, we'll do.
Appreciate it, man. One love. Talk to you soon.
All right, well.
I appreciate it. That's my brother Manyika. First time meeting him here. I love that name, man. I love African names, and beautiful. Beautiful. Wonderful. Well, guys, okay. That was really nice. That was really nice. That was really good. It's really good. Knowledge is power. Learn, study. The good thing is everything is online these days. And understand who we are, understand our people, understand where they're coming from. All these movements and how they started. Understand. Yeah, it would really help us. It would really help us to move somewhere. Nyangarisa, I love your name too, Nyangarisa. Nyangarisa, I know I read your comment before that today is your first time to join here, and you really appreciate being here. So I appreciate you for being here. Welcome to the family. We are also on YouTube, Swahili Nation. That's where you can find a lot of work that we have done already, a lot of videos and everything. So you can go and check it out. But I appreciate for having you here. What's the meaning of your name, by the way? I love your name, Nyangarisa. This is the kind of name that we need to flood out there, on social media. Guys, my name Mika, by the way, it's an African name, all right? That's my name. My final name is Chavala, so Mika Chavala. Yeah, Nyangarisa. Let me know what's the meaning of your name. I love that, Nyangarisa. And where are you from, by the way? Oh, you're for Swahili Nation. Nyangarisa, what's the meaning of Nyangarisa and where are you from? I really appreciate that. With all being said, guys, so this February or March, our plan is to go to Congo. to be there with our people. So you can check out the link on my bio here. You can go and you can support this trip. If you want to go there, you can go there physically as well, can go together. Beautiful. Wherever you're coming from, if you say, hey, I really just want to go and to participate in anything that we are going to decide to do, you can join physically. But if you can't, because of any other reason, you can still support us. So you can support through the link on my bio here, or if you go on YouTube, for those on YouTube, if you go through the description of this video, you'll find the organization SNOA official bank accounts, and you can support us anyway or anyhow you can. All right, send us there. You might not be able to be there, but you can send us there. The reason why we're still here, because we don't yet have the financial support to go there yet. Right, so send us there, and we're ready to go there and to stand with our people as well. Nyangarisa mean splendor in beauty and wealth. Oh my God, come on now, you got a lot of wealth right there. So go through that link on the description there, and it's gonna be amazing. It's, by the way, it's a Patreon link. If you want to become my patron, you can just go through that link to become my patron, to support us and to support the work we're doing as well. Nyangarisa means, I love that name, man. Can I be Nyangarisa too? I want to be Nyangarisa too. Nyangarisa, man, means splendor and beauty and wealth. Even Victoria Falls, Victoria Falls, the original name is Messi Oatunya. The smoke, the thunder. That's the meaning of that. Right now we call it Victoria Falls. Let's go back to the original name, Messi Oatunya. A man is Nyangarisa. Yes, Nyangarisa. Nyangaresi. Man is Nyangaresi. What language is that? So Nyangarisa is for a girl, for a woman, and for men is Nyangaresi. I'm Nyangaresi. I'm Nyangaresi from today. Let me write it. What language is that? I want to know, because I have a lot of, I want to have a lot of African names. Nyangaresi. So guys, let me write here my name. Let me write here on the notes. I just got named today. Call me Nyangaresi. Yeah, tell me all the detail of this name so that I know my name. Nyangaresi. Name is Nyangaresi. Splendor in beauty and wealth. I love this name. Guys, call me Nyangaresi. All right, tell me all the details of this name, all right? It's Ekegusi from Kenya. Okay. Ekegusi from Kenya. I love that. Ekegusi. Ekegusi from Kenya. Ekegusi. Nyangaresi. Splendor in beauty and wealth. That's me, guys. That's my tribe. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful name. Call me Nyangaresi. Nyangarisa Nyangaresi. Nyangaresi. I love this name. All right, let me do this. Nyangaresi. That's a good name. That's a wonderful name. Okay. Call me Nyangaresi, guys. That's my name. Splendor in beauty and wealth. It's the same meaning, right? Yeah, just call me Nyangaresi. I'm Nyangaresi, guys. Somebody here gave me, I think there's another name here. Mika Mbote. Okay, well, what is Mbote? Kabbalah. You're Congolese, right? Kabbalah. Say Mika Mbote. What is Mbote? All right, guys. So Nyangaresi, I'm out. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon. Let me just thank God a little quick, and then I'll finish this stream. Mungu, I thank you so much for this moment and this beautiful time that you've given us to talk, to discuss, to talk about this place you've given us. Thank you for everybody who came and joined here. Thank you because you're doing something new in our lives. And I praise you because Africa is our land you have given us, and therefore we're going to protect and to cherish with everything we got. I pray for everybody out there who is watching this, who will be watching later. I pray for the peace of Congo, pray for the unity of that country, and most importantly, all countries in Africa. Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia, Egypt, Djibouti, Eritrea, Tunisia, Morocco, South Africa, Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Togo, Niger, Botswana, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Sudan, Chad, everywhere, God, we pray. Algeria and all the countries that I mentioned, Madagascar and so many other countries. In your precious Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you later. Peace out.